I do have a crush on. Like, I have feelings for you. I've been attracted to you since, I think, before you met Adam.
Before? Huh.
Are these feelings mutual? Why or why not?
He knows they're not mutual.
They're not.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm very flattered. But it's like, it's definitely extra weird because like,
No, I
we met through an ex-boyfriend and I'm like, clean break, and then like, we come here and
surprise!
I'm like, hey.
No, I get it. Rate my attractiveness on a scale of 1 to 10.
Attractiveness is subjective. And I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
I'm a really big fan of getting girls out. I think it is super sexy when somebody is, like, very clearly having a great time and just squirming underneath you. And I don't think that anybody will ever complain about that.
Girl resorted to thinks she might like.
Graphic word to use, but okay.
That's wild.
I think probably need to shave. Probably need to have a haircut. Let me see. Probably throw on a nicer shirt. Maybe like a little collared shirt. I mean, she don't really have a lot going on for herself. But you can tell that she gets her hair done. She put on a little makeup. She takes care of her skin. I think if he makes a few changes and loses a little weight, maybe like 20, 30 pounds, then they might be in the same league, to be honest with you. They might be in the same league, but I think you got to do something with a beard and then at least get that thing lined up, to be honest.
When men learn early that birthdays aren't really about them, they fall in line and save themselves a lot of headache. A smart man is going to learn that birthdays are about appreciation, but appreciation expressed someone else's way. And if they're lucky enough to get something for their birthday, it's usually not what they wanted. It's what their woman think they need. Because of course she knows everything and she knows him better than he knows himself. It took me some time, but through experience, I have learned that men tend to want simple things, something practical, something they would actually use, something that would make their life just a little bit easier. But typically, we women, we don't look at it that way. We are very performative. We want to put on a show. And by the time we're done, the man's birthday is not about him. It's about us. And that is the problem.
Sally, you're my dream girl. Judah is so lucky to have you. No, I'm not your dream girl. You want to know why? Because I have rules in my relationship that none of y'all could ever handle. First off, we share locations. Oh my God, you're losing your independence. You're not an independent baddie anymore. Girl, you signed up to not be independent when you signed up to be in a relationship, okay? You lost that right. I don't text guys. He doesn't text girls. No friends of the opposite gender. Throw them in a group chat. We keep each other updated on our lives and we make decisions together because it's going to affect both of us. It's never my money, but our money. And oh my God, if I haven't lost you yet, we don't drink separately. We don't go out separately because what's the point? Nah. So I'm not your dream girl.
Until you understand that women are children, you're not going to have any success with women. The more you treat women like an adult, the more they are going to confuse you. The moment that you start to recognize that they behave like children, they react like children, this is when things are going to start making sense to you. If there is a toy that a child doesn't like the toy, but you take it away from them, they want the toy. Kind of like how if you withdraw your attention or ignore a woman, she'll chase you, even if they don't fucking like you. Have you ever seen a child regulate their emotions, take a breath, and think before they speak? You ever see a fucking woman do that? If a child came up to me complaining about some problem they're having with their playset, I probably wouldn't think it's about the playset. I would think maybe I should distract them or change their mood. I'll try that on a woman for any problem that she comes to you with. It works. Literally, she doesn't want you to solve her problem. She wants you to change her emotional state. Now, ask a child to take accountability for something they did. They're going to point the finger. They're going to blame someone else. They're going to cry. They're going to turn red. They're going to pout. Only if you force them will they say, you know what? I was wrong. I'm sorry. But they don't even really mean it. They're just saying it because they have to. Remind you of anyone?
Please help him!
Hey, who shot it?
Baby, please wake up! Please wake up! Oh my God!
Did he come into the house?
Yes, he kicked my back room door in!
Okay.
Oh,
He kicked your bedroom door.
yes.
Okay. How many times did he shoot?
Twice.
2 times.
He took my gun out my purse and shot him.
Okay. Your gun was in your purse?
Yes, and he snatched my gun out my purse and shot him. He got it still. He's going towards my children, please.
Where's your children at?
And my mom.
Your mom?
She's there, please.
What's the...
Come on back. Talk to this officer
Yep.
over here. Hey, come back here in the kitchen, ma'am. Ma'am, come
Move
back
this
here
out
in
of
the
the way.
kitchen.
Your baby daddy came over here, correct?
He's my boyfriend. I have no children with him.
He's your boyfriend, correct?
Yeah, that is my boyfriend.
Okay.
That is my ex. We're on and off.
Okay. That came
He
in.
came. He stays with my mom in my house that I have my name on. I don't know how he even got here, Mama. I don't know none of this. He kicked the door in. He was calling my phone.
Okay.
Me and he was in the midst of like having, intercourse, and he kicked the door in.
Okay.
Then he walked up on me. Went back, and then he went towards the door. My purse was sitting on the bed still, open, and my gun. I carry my gun. I'm legal. I'm licensed to carry.
Okay.
So I carried my gun in my purse. He took it out my purse and he cocked it, and I begged him not to shoot in the house. And he shot at him. I didn't think he hit him, guys.
Did he have his gun? I mean, how did his...
Jerry had his gun on him the whole time.
Okay.
On my dresser.
Okay.
If you look how the dress and how he was positioned, he was standing with my dresser next to his gun. He got to his gun, but he wasn't trying to shoot because I was talking to the guy, talking to him. All of a sudden, he just lifted his arm up and just shot. I didn't think Jerry got hit because he took off running.
Okay.
So he came back, and I guess he came from this way, he left out my back door and came from the side. Jerry was trying to get to his car, and he shot him through the door.
They're going to be working on him, hon. Everybody in the whole hospital is going to be working on him.
God. He just left his cousin for room release.
You did what?
We just left his cousin balloon release. He just died.
Do you know how long ago they broke up?
According to her, it's been a few months, but getting my house shot up makes me feel like that.
We're on and off every other day. We're on and off.
Somebody said, we got to get out of our emotions, fellas. If she cheats, she did you a favor. Protect your peace. Send her back to the streets. Another person says, one man dead and the other in prison. She'll be with an entirely different man in a matter of time, and most likely another side dude. Gentlemen, you'll be gone one way or another, and she'll be with another man. I agree with that wholeheartedly. You are going to prison now. You crashed out over a woman that is not even that cute, to be honest.
Date someone below your league, they'll treat you better. Have you tried being cheated on by someone ugly before? That shit's personal. If they're really good looking and they cheat on you, it's ouch. But, understandable, I guess. But when they're ugly, sir, I brought you into this league. I know my looks aren't the problem. Yeah, I'll pass, thanks.
See, I understand. Y'all not gonna like me for this, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it anyway. If he looks, sis, he's took, sis. I'm tired of y'all blaming women for your misfortune. Women that have not promised you anything, that are complete strangers that do not know you. We as a collective need to look at the bigger picture. Why is he looking anyway? If it wasn't that girl, it's going to be several other girls he's trying to escape to. If he's for you, he's not looking. He's not looking. It's a character thing. He's not looking. So if he's he's took. Okay? Why is he searching if he already has what he found?
I know it. They gon' think that they saying something profound. I mean, just because it, it's kind of like, just because it's a rhyme or just because it's a jingle, don't mean it's right. I'm telling you, I'm looking at you right now. And just the way that you dressed, How do you think that men are going to react when they see you dressed like that? At some point in time, you got to take some accountability. Yeah, a man should have discipline, but it depends on how you're dressed. Look at what you're dressed in. Got your chest all out. But the entire thing is his fault?
Most men that I've dated are intimidated by my strong will. I don't feel that way. It's been known. Clearly, I'm not with them, but I'm happier by myself.
We had a lot of women on this couch.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of conversations with women.
Yeah.
And the women that keep trying to convince the world that they're strong and a man can't handle them, you're just unpleasant. You're not good to be around. You don't make for a good partner. And you're trying to disguise it behind, I'm just a strong woman. That's why he can. No, you're just unpleasant and nobody wants to be in a relationship. You don't know how to make a successful relationship last. You think the relationship is all about you, you're self-centered.
You know what they call that? A bitch.
As a man coming to Lithuania, you're not going to have much competition. As a single man, let me clarify, as a single man, you're not going to have much competition. Although if you are married or taken, this doesn't stop the women here. They will still try for you. And if you give in, then hey, that's down to you. So I would make sure that you are secure in your relationship, because if you enter, you might do some things that you didn't plan to, which could affect your relationship. Because the girls here, they don't hold back. I mean, why would they? When there's a shortage of men and everybody wants to get the best one. So if you're foreign, then it's something new, it's something different, and they will be interested. I would say come with your girlfriend or come with your wife, but even if she's with you, that also won't stop them. So you have to be a strong man within yourself.
I genuinely believe women should propose to men. Here's why, okay? Look at what a girl gets to benefit from getting my hand in marriage. The question is, what do I benefit? What do I get, right? If you look at it on paper, I risk losing half of everything I own. I risk having to pay spousal support, child support if it doesn't work out. So like, I'm going to go ask the woman to then have me by the balls, because if she walks away, I lose 50% of everything. Does that make sense to you guys? No. So women should prove to the man why you could trust her with having access to 50% of everything and a certain percentage, by the way, in California, it's almost 30% of your income for life. Okay, for life. Why? Why would I do that? You know, all the richest women in the world, all the billionaires with the exception of like Taylor Swift and 3 others, okay? Every female billionaire became a billionaire by divorcing a guy. So why would these idiots, men, go propose to a woman who literally risks it all? You're risking your entire life's work for marriage, so I'm going to beg her to take all my shit? It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Women should propose to men and prove to men why they should even give them access to their world.
Okay, so girls that date older guys. I'm not talking about a little 5-year age difference. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about if you date guys who are 15, 20, 25 years older than you. When they show you guys pictures of what they used to look like when they're 30 or even in their 20s, and you're just like, what the fuck? Who is this person? They just look like completely different people. Like, why is your hair so dark? And you had hair back then? Their bodies and their whole facial features look so different. It's like, did y'all get plastic surgery or something? And it's the aging that makes them look different. But they look good now. And then back then, they just kind of look like, Like, why does my diff look so different? Am I gonna get canceled for this? Like, I never really noticed this until they would start showing me pictures of like, oh my gosh, this is me, like, whatever. And it's like 2010. And it's like, who is this man? They just look so different. I don't know how to feel about that sometimes. But I have the hot version now, you know? They look like babies back then. Like, I love their wrinkles and like the dad, like the old man bod and like the gray hair in the face. Like, that's just so... Okay, daddy issues are coming out.
Coming from women who modify their face. Coming from women who are not natural. This is crazy.
They don't live in reality until they're 35.
Man.
Couple
humble,
babies.
life humble.
Super out of shape. That BBL drooping. Them lips sagging. that lip filler, goddamn, you know what I'm saying, spreading to the side.
And now she humble. Now she trying to double back.
Now I want a guy that's gonna like me for me, and I like him for him. We can build together. He don't want you, baby. The jig is up. He doesn't want you no more.
Now you gotta settle for something.
Yeah, because he don't want you.
Man.
You're at the bottom of the key.
Who raised you? Who gave you the game?
I'll never forget seeing this trend where these women, mostly white, were like, it was a joke, and they were going up to their husbands and saying like, babe, I decided that I'm gonna pay the mortgage this month. Almost every man was like, what bank? Who you paying? How much are you paying? They were like, and didn't know. And it caused such anxiety in me because I was thinking to myself, if something happens to him or something happens with y'all, you don't even know anything about your home, about who you would need to pay. You literally can't manage the household and keep your life running. That's not a partnership. That's unnecessary weight on one person that I'm like, I don't even want to function in a relationship like that. And there's plenty of women that can and do enjoy it. I'm not that woman.
Especially if you're getting married, because you take on the financial burden if something goes wrong with your partner. So whatever debt they have, you inherit it.
So I can't enter into we're building a life together without understanding what am I fully getting myself into.
And you had a lot of women. I saw some black women doing it too. I saw some other races doing it too. And they thought that that was funny, right? That's the lifestyle they want. I don't want to look at Bill. I don't want to touch a Bill. I don't want to be around it. So they think that type of stuff is funny, and that's how they live, I guess. So, to each his own.
The thing that the internet has taught me is that most women just wish that they could get away with most of the stuff that men get away with. It's very clear to me that most women just want to be as terrible as the men are.
We all know that she's right, and it's unfortunate, but some of the girls really do end up turning into the same type of men that hurt them. So they got cheated on, now they want to cheat back. They got lied to, so now they want to lie back. He wanted to go out and sleep with whoever and be single, so now she wants to go out and sleep with whoever and be single. They want to do the same stupid stuff. Because in their mind, there's only two options, right? They think either I can be the victim, where things happen to me and I get hurt and I get played, or I can be the villain, where I go out and play people the same way that they play me, as if there's not a third option, which is to walk away, be the bigger person. They don't see that. They don't care about that. They choose to be terrible people. And the way that we can avoid women like this is by recognizing that those women exist. Because for some reason, the girlies want to think that all the girls are just doing great things and being great people, while all the men are just doing terrible things, and that's never been the case. Terrible people are terrible people. We're just running into more terrible women because unfortunately they're revealing themselves on this here internet. That's a good way to watch out for them. Stay away.
How do I get a good man that will provide? Become a good woman that's worthy of some provisions. A lot of you hoes be ungrateful that you didn't get something you don't deserve. For real. And I always be getting proposed to. You know what you gotta be able to do? A man gotta see the best of himself in you. And a lot of women don't know how to reflect that. Because a lot of women really don't like men. You just want a man to take care of you, but you really don't fuck with him. There's a part of me that fuck with him. I love a man. Ooh, I love a black man. For real, flaws and all. I take him, send him over here. I love him. I feed him, I hold him, I hug him, I rub him down. I'll bring him back to life. Do you hear me? I will breathe the breath of life into him. I will raise him up. Lazarus, come forward. Come on, black man. I love him. I love him for real. In the worst pains, in the worst detriments, the most fucked up situations that I ever experienced in my life have been at the hands of a black man. I love him though. Maybe I got Stockholm syndrome. But I'm always provided for. Everything that I need, a phone call away. I turn down more than many women beg for. I keep a blank check. No matter what circumstance I am, somebody waiting. Somebody will do something about it on my behalf. I don't abuse my network. That's probably why I stretch so far. And usually who's on the other side of that is a black man. but I love him. Can you explain that? Him seeing the best of himself in me? Yes, like get him to teach you something and then show him what you learned. Listen to the directions that he gives and then remind him that you follow his direction by showing him the results from following his direction, whether they be positive or negative. He'll be able to grow himself through you. And it will happen in a way that if you do it with grace, he won't become resentful. That means that when you see him, when you see where he fucked up, you gotta be intentional not to hurt him.
Okay, so y'all tell me if this is right or wrong. Somebody asked me to ask this question. Your significant other sees your friends out and about. You are not with them. He stops, he speaks, and then he picks up the tab. So he don't sit around, he's not lingering, he's not like in nobody's face or nothing. But because he sees them, he picks up the tab. He pays for the table, drinks, food, whatever the tab was, he paid. Now, is it disrespectful for him to do so? Or is it just a kind gesture? What y'all think about that?
It's a kind gesture. He stopped. Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's up? Oh, all right. Hey, ain't too much. She at the house. All right. Yeah, man, I'm going. As a matter of fact, I came here to pick something up for her right now. All right. I'll tell her. All right. Yeah. All right, it's good seeing y'all. I ain't seen y'all in a while. Hey, let me get the tab for you. Oh, no, you don't got to do it. No, I got y'all. Don't worry about it. All right, y'all. Y'all be good. I'm going to see y'all. Hey, I'm going to tell her. I'm going to tell her to call you. All right. Just a kind gesture. I mean, unless he likes somebody in there. So you never know. But I mean, if he's picking up the tab for everybody, it seemed like he just been friendly.
If you shut the fuck up, you can't date. So therefore, you can shut the fuck up. You don't date, nigga. If we really want to get into it,
I can date whoever the fuck I want.
No, baby.
I just don't want to because y'all bitches ain't shit.
No.
Y'all bitches.
You got no, baby. No, you're not.
Like, stop playing.
I love that. Why do you
y'all
think
sit on this couch every week and a cat. Y'all are not like that. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, y'all make it seem like I have to spend all this money to get to know you.
Because if you meet that type of woman, you're going to feel that way. You're going to feel that way, bro. So if a dude lead with money, she gonna expect you to spend money.
Why are you taking a woman on a first date if you don't know if she's somebody who will even like you after you take her on a first date and spend all this money?
That's the risk you take.
Why aren't you getting to know her? No,
she be bluffing a lot on here. I ain't on that.
I don't.
She know what's going on.
You do a lot of bluffing and I never call you on it.
Who?
You do a lot of bluffing.
How you acting like you don't know what's going on?
Which is why I said date women that like you. Date women that you are compatible
He's trying. How did he know you don't like until you do what you're doing?
You have to date and spend money in this day and age.
This is why I'm gonna say the rest
to get to know somebody.
If you spend these days when
what is the date for?
Octavia, shut up.
What is the date for?
The date is for getting to know somebody, but that's...
Thank you. Fuck out of here.
It's getting to know somebody on a deeper level at the end of the day.
I'm about sick of you bitches. Y'all can't be this fucking slow. There ain't no way in hell. No way. Y'all never gonna be with nobody. Y'all never gonna be happy. None of that. On my soul. There's no way. This is why I don't have a nigga. This is why I don't have a bitch.
You don't have
none
a nigga
of that.
because you might be difficult.
Because
you don't even listen.
Damn. Hey, this shit better in person.
Hottest podcast in the motherfucking city, nigga.
I think most men understand you got to spend money on a woman. You got to spend money on a date. I think most men understand that. But what most men don't understand is why it has to be so much money. What they don't understand is why it's got to be so much of my finances. And you understand how bills are. You understand how the economy is, and you still trying to take all my money. I don't understand that. I don't even know you. I just met you. Oh, I put on this makeup and I did this, and this. So the least you can do, I'm paying for you. Even if you buy all of the makeup, all of the skincare, you go out to a workout class, it don't matter. Whatever it is that you do, none of it is for me. If all of this doesn't work out, you still get to keep the makeup, the skincare. You worked out and you worked on yourself. That's a plus for you. It's not. If we go a different direction, it no longer becomes a plus for me. But what the plus for you is, you got a meal out of it. You got something from me. If the man, oh, well, I require a car. He sends you a car. You still got a car. You got somebody to pay for your car to get there and then back a lot of times. Y'all are getting something tangible. Whereas you just, oh man, wait, I hope good conversation is enough. All right.
Writes, what are the top 3 red flags a man shouldn't miss? You don't have to come up with all 3, but are there any particular red flag?
Okay, let's start with she's in a daughter pattern instead of a wife pattern. Meaning the approval of her mother or parents or sibling or whatever. Usually it's mom. The approval of her mom means more to her than the approval of her husband. That's a huge red flag.
Oh my! This is the equivalent of the mama's boys on the other.
Yes, basically, and mama's boys would be in a son pattern instead of a husband pattern of doing the same thing, where their mother, whoever it is, has more leverage on them than their wife. That's a big one. Secondly, a great watch out is, well, I was about to say if she should cook. It's just that's my advice. I'm sorry. Never mind that.
That'd made my list. That'd be my top 3, but that's just me.
I think it's kind of important. But anyway, I'm making a joke. So number 2 would be something like unresolved childhood trauma that keeps coming up, getting in the way. Look, people have had rough childhoods. I get that. That's fine. But you do not get to contaminate and destroy a relationship and potentially children because you haven't fixed your shit. There's about 900,000 books, seminars, podcasts, lectures, series, whatever therapists that you can go to. Go do something. Fix it.
A lot of these modern women got some stuff going on that you don't need to be dealing with. You need to go ahead and leave them alone. Go ahead and let them have whatever they having. Ooh, just like that man said. There was this girl I was talking to, and I saw that no women in her family had a man, and I immediately broke up with her.
I look over at my boyfriend and I say, I want steak. So guess where we went? Today, I get back from my nail appointment. I look over at my boyfriend and I say, I want to go to the mall. Guess where we're about to go?
I love that you're appreciating your man for this, but I hate the don't settle for bare minimum men or whatever the heck. All men are different. All men have different capabilities. And just because he doesn't jump at everything that you ask for doesn't mean he's bare minimum, doesn't mean the man doesn't love you. Too often we see like very rigid videos like this where he has to do this, this, and this. Otherwise, he doesn't love you. Otherwise, he's bare minimum. Every relationship has different needs and expectations in the relationship. And it's important that, like her, she communicates what she wants. Perfect. You have some understanding and grace if he's not fulfilling every need. I mean, if he started demanding stuff nonstop, would you realistically be able to fulfill all those needs? Probably not. That's worth considering. And I know it sounds like common sense, but the reality is a lot of people don't operate in their relationships that way. They become super toxic and demanding without any appreciation, and then they wonder why it fails.
Many people ask themselves this question: why can one man date a lady for a long period of time, and then the next lady he gets into a relationship with, he marries her in a short period of time? What causes this? I want everybody to know that God gave men the highest spiritual intelligence. God gave men the power to name a thing the very minute they see it. Unlike women, men are not easily deceived. This is why the serpent never spoke to Adam, rather he spoke to Eve. So the very minute that a man sees you, he has already named you. That's why each and every animal that passed before Adam, he was able to name it. He was not confused. He never switched the names. And the very minute he opened his eyes from deep sleep, he was not struck with confusion. He saw her and he called him bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of a man. That is not a man who was confused. So men will know the very minute they see you if you are their wife or not. The problem is many women think that the man is confused. They think that I need to do so much. Let me cook, let me sleep with him, let me do this, let me pay this, so that he can see that I am worthy to be his wife. And he knows that you are not his wife. So the man can stay in the relationship for a very long time, knowing very well that you are not his wife. He's not going to deny all the free things that you are giving him. He's not going to tell you, no, stop, don't do that, you're not my wife. No, he is not. The problem is, while the man is in the relationship for a very long time, knowing very well that you are not his wife, the lady who is in the long-term relationship, she is full of confusion. She keeps on praying, God, will this man ever marry me? Lord, should I be in this relationship or should I leave? So the person that is confused in these long-term relationships, it is never the man. It is always the lady, because women are susceptible to deception, but men were not created to be deceived. So I want everybody to know, men are not confused beings. They have spiritual intelligence. They know if you are their wife or not. He will just waste your time only if you allow him to waste it.
She shut down Pound Town, and if she wanted to, she would, okay? Why is it that when women have good men that are working 10, 12-hour day shifts, paying all the bills, showing up for their family, doing the emotional support that the wife needs, he's the one that's suffering, being shut off on intimacy and bedroom activities? Let me ask you women, if your man is showing up for the way that you need him to show up, why can't you show up for him the way he wants you to show up for him? Why is there such a double standard? And why is it that it's been such a burden to you to open up bedroom activities? I seriously want to know, because I see a lot of women say, oh, I have great men, but then like they talk about how they don't have sex at all anymore in their relationship. Like it's not important to them. But yet their men still want this. And why is it that when he brings it up to you, is that, and your response is that all you ever think about? But you best believe and bet your sweet butt cheeks that if you have a problem and something's not right on your end, that he needs to fix it immediately or there'll be hell to pay. Why is it that men have to jump through hoops and continue to jump through hoops to satisfy you in every aspect of your life? It's like his job to keep you happy, but you can't do the same for him? Make it make sense.
I don't know, Rebecca. I agree with, I agree with what you're saying, but man, on one of your other videos, I saw you grab the trash can with your hand. And then you touched all on the car, you touched all on the steering wheel. Man, you don't know what's been in that trash can. That's gross to me. Me and my dad the same. I be all over people. Man, I be watching them like a hawk. Did you just touch that trash can? Did you just touch that dog and you're trying to touch my food? Go wash your hands. I'm gonna watch you too. I will not eat. That's why I'm looking at you sideways. Because you didn't fool around. I don't know what you done. Then you go in there, kissing all over your man, touching your man all over his face. And you didn't touch that trash? Not me. I agree with what you're saying though. But I want you to rectify that. I want you to speak on that.
I saw something that said, y'all want a man that communicates until he tell you all the shit you done wrong. Bitch, pinch your lips. What the fuck is wrong with you? No, because why are you in my business, bitch?
Men who really value family and take pride in being leaders, providers, protectors, all the things, they need women who protect and value their happiness. The men who really want to be good husbands, really want to be good fathers, those are the ones who quietly slip through the cracks and begin to take on an at-all-cost mindset, even if the cost is his mental health. These are the kind of men who love their families so much that their own happiness becomes optional. And the most responsible, the most consistent consistent, the most intentional are at an increased risk of depression and deep life dissatisfaction. And it's not even because they don't want to be taking care of their families. Like I said, I'm talking about the ones who love their families down. Like this is their heart's desire. They've internalized this idea of what a real man is supposed to be. Go to work and make money, come home, provide for family with said money, spend a lot of time with your kids and your wife, and then get up and do it all over again the next day. And the men who fall into that category usually don't ask for or expect anything out of life beyond that. Maybe a little, you know? But beyond that, nah. Like, I'm really trying to paint a picture for y'all because I know some wives and some mothers are going to watch this and say, well, what about me? Ma'am, the only reason you're responding like that is because this is not your husband. I'm not talking about the father of your kids. I'm talking about the man who says, you know what? I'm going to put my dreams on the back burner. You go pursue your dreams. I'm going to stay up with the kids tonight. You go rest. And doing it with gladness. Like, this is not a sob story for him. But on the back end, and you will never know unless he tells you, he is shelving his hopes. He's shelving his passions. For men, love is really sacrificial. If he is not sacrificing for you, he does not love you. Unfortunately, a great portion of good men are drowning while they are attending to everyone else. And this is why an attentive man needs an attentive woman, not just a woman who appreciates what he does for her, but a woman who sees him. One who notices when his smile is forced, who can tell when he's there physically, but he's disappearing emotionally. A woman who will help reprogram his mind to believe that it does not require him to abandon himself to be a good husband and father. A woman who's going to say, babe, I love what you do for us, but you matter too, not just theoretically, you matter practically. When's the last time you did that thing you really love? When's the last time you've been out with the guys? When's the last time you had a weekend to yourself? A woman who is well cared for encourages her man to pursue the things that awaken his soul, even when they don't translate financially. Because to a lot of men, if it does not monetize, then it's not important. And if your man only exists within a role, provider, protector, leader, the relationship will pay the price. Because relationships sour when we lose ourselves in our roles. My name is Amanda Mbata, LCSW. I'm a relational trauma therapist. Follow for more content like this.
I don't think the feminist movement supports women at all. I think it actually harms them. It's told us that sexual exploitation is empowering and that we should kill our offspring if it's an inconvenience to our life, and that marriage and family are not important anymore. I mean, it's completely destroyed everything that's been unique about womanhood.
So the alternative is like, let me get my ass beat, take my Xanax, and raise these kids when I don't want to. Like, what's the alternative for women who aren't happy at home? Like, that's what I don't understand.
Women are pill popping more now than they were in the 50s. They're more depressed than they were. Yes, this is completely.
And men are women, 2 times more likely to be on antidepressants than men. Men are 4 times more likely to kill themselves.
Why do you think that we're more likely to be on antidepressants?
Capitalism, the way the world is, the economy. I'll tell you right now, the economy controls the mood of a country. The mood of the country sucks because of the economy. Capitalism is the actual enemy here, not feminism. Feminism was just a human rights movement like the civil rights movement. Black people should have equal rights. What's the difference between a woman and a black person? It's just a matter of, no, you want equal rights as a human because you should have them. I should have them too, right? It was just a human rights movement. It was focused on the gender, and then we focused on the race, and we all came up. I don't know why everyone can't come up together.
Yeah, I feel like there's a huge misnomer on what feminism is. Feminism is not me telling you to go abort your firstborn son. I don't care what you do with your body. Feminism is you have the opportunity to do what you want because of, you have a bank card because of feminism, you get to wear pants because of feminism, you get to have a job because of feminism, you get to get out of the house if you want to because of feminism. This is not about like trying to control your life. There is more room for people who are anti-feminists in the world of feminists than there is for people like me in your world. I don't care if a person wants to go have children their whole life and that's what they want to do. Most of my friends are stay-at-home moms. Many of my extremely liberal friends are stay-at-home mothers. And do you think I denigrate their decision to sacrifice their life for their children? Absolutely not. I'm a mother myself. But I also want to have the opportunity to work if I want to, because for me, that's where I find happiness. There is space for you in our movement, but there is no space for us in yours. We're inclusive. Feminism is not telling you what to do with your life.
Yeah, you
Feminism
can have
is
a baby,
letting
you can get married,
do
whatever
what you
you
want
want
with your life.
Sorry. I agree, though. I agree. Do whatever you want with your life.
Feminism is letting you do what you want with your life. And I don't want to tell you not to get married when you're 19 and pop out 7 kids if that's a thing that's going to be happy for you. But I want to offer people the opportunity that they can also do something else if that's what makes them happy.
I hear what you're saying, but y'all know good and well that's not how that works. Y'all know good and well y'all be on women's case. How dare you? How dare you say this or go against the sisterhood or the girl code? Y'all know good and well that's what y'all be saying. Stop that. Oh, well, there's space for you. No, it's not. Because if somebody step out of line and they say, I really actually don't want to do that. Oh, why would you put yourself in that position? Why would you lower yourself? Y'all know good and well what it is. Y'all know good and well what it is.
But I don't think you deserve chivalry.
I think at least in my case, I feel like chivalry is the least I deserve, especially if I am planning for my future husband to provide literally everything.
Wait, you just said you want to be the one who works and you want the guy to stay at home.
Exactly. So he
how
can
is he gonna
do the
provide?
little things, like put the toilet seat down, treat me like a lady.
Chivalry doesn't really take much work.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No.
Do you want a guy to protect you?
Of course.
Okay, question. Generally speaking, when it comes to the gender dynamics between men and women, is there a burden or an expectation on men that the man be willing to sacrifice himself to some degree to protect the woman?
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be appraised negatively by a man if you're not willing to do it. Whereas society and the individual woman you're dating, if you're not willing to protect her in certain circumstances, you're going to be negatively appraised by your girlfriend or by society or both.
Yeah, I agree.
If we're talking about the ultimate manifestation of trad roles or chivalry, protect, that literally entails men have to be willing to risk their life for a woman, which is pretty much a bigger sacrifice than I think anything a woman could do.
But like I said before, I don't need anybody judging me or telling me, like, why would you do this? Like, we all have made a mistake like this. Like, please don't be judgmental.
Once y'all have done something like this, I truly believe you and your cooter cat needs to be locked up for 20, 30 years. My God.
I'm carrying 2 babies, and look at how big I am, y'all, to be 2 freaking months.
Trying to hide them stretch marks.
This is crazy. And I know all of y'all are probably like, you're stupid, you're dumb. I see a lot of people in the comments saying that I'm a bird, I have a bird brain. And then not only am I pregnant with 1 child, I'm pregnant with 2. I'm having twins. So everybody is like, get an abortion, and I don't believe in abortions. And then the craziest part about this all is that he still has 15 years left on his sentence.
15 years?
I'm just gonna have to make the best of this, and hopefully the internet supports me throughout my pregnancy. Y'all, I did not know that he had 15 years left. When I met him back in 2024, he told me that he was getting out in 2026. Why didn't I look it up? I don't know. I don't know how to look inmates up in Ohio. I didn't know how to do it at that time. Does that make me crazy? And I know that I chose to get pregnant on a visit by a man that I met for the first time on TikTok. I know what I did was wrong. I don't need nobody scolding me like they're my mother telling me what I did was wrong. Like, I know what I did. But in the heat of the moment, when you're with somebody that you really like and that you love and build emotions up with through a phone, y'all wouldn't take that opportunity? And to make the situation worse, my family does not know that I'm pregnant by a man that's incarcerated. They don't even know that I'm pregnant at all. So I don't even know how I'm going to tell my family that's supporting me that I'm pregnant by somebody that's incarcerated.
No, we haven't all done stuff like that. You on your own. I don't know why you think that all of us have done something like that.
Notice how there's no female loneliness epidemic? We're like going back to school and becoming the most educated we've ever been in all of history. We're advancing in our careers and climbing the corporate ladder and becoming the breadwinner in a lot of our families.
Turning 40 this year and everything is just hitting me right now. It's like not where I wanted to be. I haven't succeeded at anything. God, have I even tried? Like, I don't even know anymore. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to cope with anything.
We're traveling with our friends and taking Pilates classes and learning how to cook or sew or paint.
I'm telling you, that singleness only hits you at night. When you ripping and running throughout the day, when you at work, when you whatever extracurricular activities, when you doing hobbies, when you at the gym, you don't even care about being single. That's not even on your mind. But when you pull up to the house at night and you get in that bed alone, that's when you be like, I really wish
We are developing ourselves and strengthening our bonds with other women.
He's still on my mind. Do we build it up?
Can we just stop pretending that we don't want or need each other? Can we stop pretending that our country is in the worst financial, mental, and physical health it has ever been in? Can we all just put our egos aside for a moment and admit that a majority of the people here are fucking hurting and feel like they're alone and have no hope? It is not men versus women. We are all on the same team. And I just hope one day everyone can realize that so we can start fighting for each other instead of against each other. Stay strong, Kings.
We need to stop dating ugly men. We're feeding into their delusions. They think they can pull every one of us now. They are incorrect.
I haven't seen this level of friendly fire since Pat Tillman. And who's we? The bad bitches don't claim you, I promise. I love that you're shooting for the stars, but honey, you can't even make it to cruising altitude. Stop it. Listen, boo-boo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. I just know you're built like one. Oh, but I do suppose, based off the projection in that video, it's probably not very hard to get inside of you, so. But I digress. So listen here, affirmative action Fiona. Go grab Donkey! Sit down and let me mansplain something to you. Ladies, you gotta stop dating men that make you feel ugly. Alright, you deserve to feel pretty, even if it is just the one person on the planet. And ladies, you gotta stop saying yas, queen, and slay to women like that, alright? We need to bring back a little bit of the mean girls, just a wee bit of bullying, alright? And to that girl, get fucked, stay fucked, merch links and bio. Okay, bye.
Whoop! Friendly fire. You're not cute. I mean, where y'all getting this audacity from? Friendly fire, bro. Why y'all putting yourselves on a team that you don't belong on?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm teaching my 5-year-old daughter to be a misandrist.
Let's be very clear. Someone is teaching a child to be prejudiced against an entire group of people.
Let me tell you why I'm doing this and how.
The why is quite simple. Because men are one of the few groups of people that people can still openly discriminate against and be prejudiced to without facing any social repercussions.
My daughter is going to grow up in a patriarchal society, just like I did as a millennial. And I want her to go into the world with an inflated sense of self.
And this is how they're going to accomplish it.
Her doctors, her dentist, any sort of healthcare provider that we go to, I always make sure is a woman. I mostly listen to female artists out of preference. And the other day she asked me if men could be singers too. And I said yes. And I know the world is going to beat her down. And I want to make sure that she doesn't take it.
So instead of teaching a child to love themselves and respect others for the qualities that each individual person has, this is what they're going to go with.
I told her that women are smarter than men, that men take power, but women have innate power inside of us. But in society, we don't always have as much power. And I told her that women are better leaders.
Interesting, isn't it? Instead of teaching a child that men and women, although they do have innate differences, do have equal rights, should have equal opportunities, and should be respected equally, and that a person can respect each other's differences. Instead, they teach them to despise men, because that is what misandry is. It is not standing up for the rights of women. It is despising men for being men. Let's not get that twisted.
Y'all women sitting up here saying, I ain't gonna deal with this, I ain't gonna deal with that, I ain't gonna deal with him having no second wife or no second girlfriend. You already dealing with it, baby. Involuntarily. You gonna deal with it regardless. If you want to get you a man that's all for you, then honey, just know it's some different qualities that come with those kinds. I'm not saying they don't exist, because they do exist. But just know you got to be a certain type of woman to attract that type of man, because those are the type of men that requires a lot, almost like a woman, because they know their self-worth, they know their self-value. So if you're not a woman that knows how to be loyal, that knows how to cook and clean and shut the fuck up, then don't think you're going to get that type of man. So if you a type of woman that does all that, then you ain't got no worries. But if you don't do that, just know your nigga on the side cheating somewhere, he's not going to be all for you. So you already doing it, boo-boo, bookie butts. Why not do it and know? But you rather not know. But you always say, oh, I'm worried about diseases, I'm worried about all that. You need to be worried about that right now, honey. Because he could be hunching right now while you at work clocking it. He probably somewhere getting fucked.
Okay, y'all, don't beat me up when I say this, but I really don't understand all the commotion with a nigga sending $30 to his girl. Mind you, this is coming from somebody who was not low maintenance at all. I get it, a nigga supposed to add on to what you got going on, but bitch, if you're not even doing that shit in the first place, you're crazy. And all that feeling entitled shit like a nigga's supposed to do, and you ain't supposed to do back ain't gonna get you nowhere. Well, on my mama, bitch, you eat that Wendy's $5 biggie bag. I didn't see you get it before, but when a nigga come in your life, you want to act like you eat Ruth's Chris. Bitch, you only been a Ruth's Chris once and you didn't like how that bill came out because it was too high for your ass. You want the next send you Ruth's Chris money when on a regular day you munching on a $5 biggie bag? Extra barbecue? Spicy nuggets and a fucking strawberry lemonade, bitch? I know your order. I've seen you get it, but you mad at him? Come on, baby girl. It don't work like that. Now, if you a Ruth's Chris everyday type of bitch, I'm not mad. The $30 ain't gonna cut it. But if you eating McDonald's, Wendy's, burger, bitch, that $30 gonna get you 2-3 meals. Cut it out, nigga. Cut it out. Bitches get with a nigga on Chanel and Goyard and get on a yacht. Bitch, you ain't never even been on no motherfucking yacht. Now, if you living with like a yacht type bitch, it didn't let her come and add to this shit. But bitch, you ain't never been on no motherfucking yacht, bitch. God knew to make me a girl, because I'd be a cold motherfucker. A cold one, bitch. You bitches couldn't get a dime up out of me on my best day.
And you want your man to tell you the truth. You have to accept the truth. Don't criticize him for something that hurts your feelings. Don't allow your emotions at that moment to consume you. Because if you want a man that is honest about what he's doing, don't hurt his feelings when he come and tell you, because it's going to naturally make him shut down and he's not going to want to tell you anymore, because it feels better when he lie. Because at that moment, it feels better when he lie. Even though he may get caught up in a lie later on, but at that moment, he didn't want to deal with it. So you learn how to accept his truth and don't crucify him the same way he would have did. If you would have lied, watch a better man you get. You want to know something else that drive me crazy with y'all ladies? Y'all sit up and beg your man for the truth, but you crucify him the same way if he would have lied. If you want the truth,